Hi Scorpio, this is Teresa. Welcome to July. I'm getting ready to do your tarot scope for July, your love tarot scope. And before I do that, I want to bring in some good energy for this reading. Create some sacred space. May only the highest forces be present to ensure that the truth be told. And thank you also for liking and subscribing to my channel. Thank you for your support and your kind comments. It's good to hear when people are happy with the readings or whatever your comments are. I like reading all of them. Thanks for taking the time out to do that. So let's see what's happening for Scorpio this July. We have a full moon in Capricorn on the 9th, and then a new moon in Leo at 0 degrees Leo on July 23rd. So the full moon in the 9th, on the 9th, will be conjunct Pluto. So it's going to be intense for Scorpio. That's your ruling planet. And that will be on the affecting your 3rd house, 3rd and 9th. So the Sun and Mars will be in your 9th house, and the Moon and Pluto will be in the 3rd house, and they'll be opposing each other. And then you'll have Libra squaring it all from the 12th house. So there's going to be some stuff's going to come up with, you might have some power struggles with relatives or neighbors. You might, there'll be some conflicts around, you might be thinking about travel. It might involve travel or higher education, or maybe even beliefs. You might have different sets of beliefs or ideologies. And with the 12th house being activated, you want to be careful that you're not your own worst enemy. And you want to be careful in the way that you communicate, because the 3rd house also involves communication. So and with the moon involved there, it will be a very emotional time. So you don't want to get overly emotional or overly forceful in your communication. Or you might feel that people at a distance are being unfair with you or overly forceful with you. So it's a time of clearing out your baggage, so that you can begin again. And with the new moon in Leo, it will probably fall. Leo rules your 12th house, but because this moon is at 0 degrees, it may fall in your 9th house. And so you might be thinking about a new beginning, where you go back to school, you learn some new things, a new way of expressing yourself. Leo has to do with self-expression, and the 9th house has to do with education, foreign travel, broadening your horizons. So it could be that a trip that you're planning, maybe in a foreign country, could lead to a new beginning for you in some way, a new cycle, a new way of seeing your life or seeing the world, even a new way of communicating. You're going to be seeing things from a different perspective with this new moon, or a chance to learn new things, to explore. So let's just see what that has to do with your love life. Let's see what the cards say about love. What does Scorpio need to know about love and relationships for the month of July? So I feel like things are coming to a head for a lot of us at the new moon, at the full moon, I mean. Things are going to be revealed. Things will come to a head. And then we will have that knowledge to create a new beginning with the new moon in Leo. So you may be releasing some things, you may be finishing up some things, and then getting ready for the next cycle. The important thing is not to go over the top. Don't get caught up in the drama. Don't get caught up in, because there'll be powerful emotions being triggered. Don't let people push your buttons. Be careful how you're communicating. Don't be overly forceful. Don't say things without thinking. Don't let your psychological baggage, because the 12th house, there could be someone behind the scenes fueling the flames, So you don't want to get caught up in someone else's agenda or drama. And you want to be careful that you don't let your baggage interfere and create problems too. You want to keep a... So try not to react, is what I'm saying. Because Scorpio has a tendency to be an all or nothing sign. You know, if someone comes at you, you're going to like send the torpedoes back. So you want to stay away from revenge during this time, because it can get hot, it can get volatile, it could get really heated. So just lay low and focus on strategic planning, not revenge. Okay, I've said my piece. Now let's see what's happening with love. What does Scorpio need to know about love and relationships for the month of July? Because remember, Mars is opposing Pluto, and that's a violent combination. You know, we might even be hearing in the news around that time about some kind of terrorist thing or some conflict that erupts in the world. So, Three of Swords. You don't want to have conflict erupting in your own life unnecessarily. The Judgment. The Page of Cups. The Eight of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles. The Nine of Cups. The Queen of Wands. The Ace of Swords. The Seven of Swords. And the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so the Three of Swords, you've experienced some type of injury, maybe in June or recently. Because the Three of Swords is heartache. It's a card of heartache or being upset. It's a card of cutting away what's no longer working. It could even be surgery in some cases, where you're cutting away things that need to be, you know, you might be recovering from a surgery. And the Judgment card crossing this is a wake-up call for you. So you're realizing, you know, I have to change. I have to make changes in my life. I am tired of experiencing this Three of Swords. I'm tired of people hurting me. I'm tired of hurting myself. Maybe your lifestyle, you know. So I have to make changes. The Judgment is a wake-up call where you realize, you know, I have to improve my life by working on my bad habits. I know what they are. You know, like maybe you need to change your diet, or maybe you need to start an exercise program, or maybe you need to give up some things that are just harming you. Relationship. It could be a relationship that's been draining you. Whatever the situation is, the Judgment is about forgiveness, releasing the past, forgiving, you know, whatever. If someone hurt you, you have to let it go. Forgive them, release it, and just cut it out of your life and start fresh. So you're going to start working on yourself in July. You have the opportunity to do that. And you're going to start feeling stronger. And with that strength, your needs are going to be changing. So if someone has hurt you in the past, they're not going to be able to hurt you with this new strength that you're going to find within yourself. Because the Judgment is sometimes involves changing jobs, changing residence, location, changing relationships. Whatever it is that's been holding you back, whatever it is, whether it's your own self-defeating habits or whatever, or if it's someone else who's been blocking you, you are going to work on yourself so that you're becoming stronger and you're going to overcome these obstacles, and it's going to get you on a new path. The Page of Cups is it's a message. It could be a child. So you might have had some kind of dealings with a child, but it could also be a love relationship. Like you might have received a message from someone, or you might be starting a new relationship, or someone's expressing their love to you. This person could be a little bit on the immature side, or it could be just that the relationship is young and new. In the past, you may have felt that you were trapped and you had limited options. But I think that's changing. I think that, and this could even be an offer. So it could be a new job offer that comes up, or a new opportunity, either in relationship or even career. Because I'm seeing some career cards here too. So in the past, you may have felt like, you know, I can't move. I'm stuck in this situation, whether it's a relationship or a job situation, or even just a life situation. I am stuck here. I'm afraid to move out of where I'm at. So I'm putting up with this stuff. I'm putting up with being hurt. I'm putting up with being with with the struggle. Being with someone, I'm afraid to cut this person out of my life, or I'm afraid to cut these things that are unhealthy out of my life. But that's passing. This is an influence that's passing. Because you might have stayed with someone out of fear or out of necessity, because you felt like your options were limited. But as you get stronger, the Judgment card is going to help you. You're going to be making changes. You're not going to stay trapped in a prison or a limiting situation, whether it's a limiting relationship or a limiting career situation, or you're going to feel like breaking free and taking a new path, one that leads to greater prosperity, greater self-worth, just a healthier way of being in the world. Because you have the Ace of Pentacles here coming up and the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment card. So you are going to fulfill a dream. You have the potential to be successful. And the money is there. The Ace of Pentacles can mean a job offer that pays more money, or a new path that's going to lead you to more prosperity. It could even be financial funding. Like some money may come up, like if you want to go back to school or something, or if you need funding to fulfill a goal or a dream, and you apply for a loan or something, the money will be there. The Ace of Pentacles represents that you could start something now that will lead to tangible success, not just a pipe dream. And you can release that feeling of being trapped, the feeling of being hurt, the feeling of like maybe being your own worst enemy. You might have been doing things that were not good for you, and you've been hurting yourself. If it's not a relationship that's been bringing you heartache, it could be your own behavior, your own, you just had this, like you weren't taking care of yourself properly. So the Judgment card is the wake-up call that puts you on the right path. That says it. And you're fired up about it. Because you have the Ace of Swords here. And the Queen of Wands, this has double meaning. The Queen of Wands is in your fear factor. You really need to take charge of your life. You have to tap into this energy of the Queen. The Queen of Wands is a leader. It's someone who knows how to manage her job, her relationships. She likes to be center of attention. She is a good leader and a good manager. And you have those abilities. You're doubting your own ability to do that, but you can do that. You can be a good manager. Now, you might have also had a run-in with someone who falls under this sign, under the Queen of Wands. So maybe there was someone in your life who's been a little bit too bossy, or you feel like that this person is too aggressive, that they are wanting to win at all costs and they don't care who they hurt to get there. So you could have been dealing with that type of energy. In a relationship, it could be that someone is wanting to take away your, you might have a rival in love, and this person has no scruples. They just want what they want. That's another way it could play out, where you feel like someone's trying to steal something from you. Either take credit for your work, profit by, whatever you're doing, they're taking all the credit and you're doing all the work. And you're getting tired of it. And so with the Ace of Wands, you're really getting ready to fight back. With the Ace of Swords, I mean. The Ace of Swords, your warrior spirit has been activated. So there's going to be some opportunity coming up starting in September. Because this is a time card for September. And this money card is a time card for January. The Pentacles represent January, February, March. This represents September, October, November. So you're going to get fired up, and you're going to want to, you might decide to take a new career path, because this is the Eight of Pentacles, represents working on something and moving in a different direction with your career. So on the one hand, you could have relationship success, but you're also going to be fired up. So either you're fighting for a relationship with the Ace of Swords, like there could be a rival and you're fighting to maintain the relationship, or you're thinking about switching careers or doing something more with your career where you get more recognition, more money, and you're going to battle the competition. With the Seven of Swords, you may have to keep your plans a secret for a while. Like, you don't want people to know what you're planning. So you might be thinking, well, I want to move toward a different career path, a different job, but I'm not going to tell anyone about it, because the Seven of Swords is like the sneak card. It could also represent not facing the truth of a situation in a relationship. It could be someone who's not telling you the truth. Like, you might be dealing with someone who says one thing to your face and another thing behind your back, or someone who's not giving you the complete information or the complete story. It could also represent that you may have had a run-in with this Queen of Wands, who could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. If it's not the sign, then it could just be someone who's very aggressive in business, very ambitious, and just, is a go-getter and doesn't care who they hurt to get ahead. They will, like, throw you under the bus, and they will use you and take credit for your work, and, they get all the credit, you do all the work. Well, this person you might have had a run-in with this person, and you may get an apology. That's another thing sometimes with the 7. If they finally realize, I've been a little bit too hard on you, I'm sorry. Or I've been too aggressive, too whatever. So that's another scenario with this. But I think, overall, you're going to be stronger in July. You're going to have a wake-up situation, because information is going to surface. You're going to realize certain truths. And you may be involved in some type of power struggle, like I said, with the full moon. Some type of manipulation. Maybe somebody's manipulations or underhanded dealings may come to the surface, and now you're going to see what you need to do. But then you're going to find your strength, and you're going to focus your energy on a new goal, and that you have a chance to achieve down the road. And I think it's going to be good for you. The 9 of Cups, it's going to be something that's going to bring you a lot of satisfaction. So you're going to get satisfaction. You're going to come out ahead out of some type of conflict. Whether it's in a relationship where you're fighting a rival, you're going to be successful, you're going to come out ahead. Or even if it's at work, you're going to overcome this rival. And it may even involve just taking a new path, having a new career opportunity come up, or a new job, and you just go that way, and you just leave this troubling situation behind. Because I'm seeing this could be like also, you leaving, kind of working behind the scenes to get out of there, to get out of the situation you're in, to get away from the heartache, to move towards something that gives you greater satisfaction and greater recognition, and, just a better path, where you don't have to deal with this person anymore. And you could be, because I feel like you're coming into your strength, and you're tired of being hurt, and you just want something better for yourself, both in relationships, in career, and also in health. I feel that a lot of the conflicts that you've been going through and the stress has been affecting your health in some way. And so you just have to cut out these bad habits. Like, if you're not eating properly, cut out whatever's making you sick. Get rid of it, whether it's a relationship or the food you eat or your lifestyle. You have to get on a healthier path, a more successful path. But it's not going to happen without your participation. The Judgment card means that you have to take action. You have to be in charge of your life. You can't wait for other people to do things for you. You have to make change happen with the Judgment. With other cards, that represent change, change will happen without you doing anything, and you have to deal with it. With the Judgment card here, it's you deciding to make changes. You deciding to cut something out of your life. You're deciding to leave a relationship or leave a situation that's become toxic, so that you can move on to something better. So, and you are gonna do that eventually. And don't worry that the money won't be there. Don't worry about money, because money will be there. You can get some kind of student loan, or there's going to be support, financial support, for you to do what you want to do. You may want to be careful of, don't be careful who you talk to, because you don't want people gossiping about you, or you're going to want to keep your plans under wraps until they're ready to be implemented, because you don't want someone stealing your idea, or undermining you in any way, because you've got that 12th house energy, and that's hidden enemies. It could also be, you know, your own undoing, but a lot of time it's things that need to be kept secret for your protection. So I feel that you're moving into a more successful period. And especially, like right now in July, the new moon is in Leo at 0 degrees. In August, there's going to be a total solar eclipse in Leo, but that will be a later degrees. That will be like, I forget what the degree, I have to look that up, but I think it's in the 20s. No, it's the 21st of August. That's going to be more into your 10th house, and that has to do with career. So you could have some major career changes toward the end of the summer and the beginning of fall. Major shakeup in terms of career. But for right now, you have to work on getting strong and feeling more confident and changing, you know, practicing better habits, better lifestyle habits. Cut out what's no longer serving you. Don't be afraid to break things, you know, release yourself from anything that's holding you back, anything that's not serving you, anything that's hurting you in any way, whether emotionally or physically or, you know, health-wise, whatever. You have to stop it. It has to end. So that you could get on the right path, a path that's going to lead to health and happiness. So that's my message for you, Scorpio, for the month of July. The best is yet to come. Just be careful. Watch your mouth. Watch the way you communicate. Don't be overly forceful. Try to avoid drama and avoid revenge. Just don't get caught up in any dramas that come up around the full moon. Just stay calm and just plan your escape, or plan how you're going to deal with things without hurting yourself. You don't want to hurt yourself. You know, like if someone pushes your buttons and then you react and it winds up hurting you. You don't want to do that. Let everybody else go crazy around you. Just stay calm and say, I have a plan. Don't worry, I have a plan. So work on that plan behind the scenes. And it's going to lead you to your path and to success and to fulfillment and wish. Wishes come true. It's coming. So don't give up hope. But you need to cut out whatever, you know, cut out whatever's no longer working. If someone's using you, don't allow that to continue. You need to take leadership of your life. Get yourself on the right path. And so I wish you luck, and I wish you health and success for the month of July. And I hope you enjoyed this reading. I will talk to you again in August. Okay, bye now.